So, here to present the Nonprofit CFO of the Year Award is Hans Van Ligten, who is an attorney who leads the government and regulatory law section for the excellent OC-based law firm of Rutan and Tucker. So please welcome Hans to the stage.
Thank you. It is my privilege to introduce the recipient of the Orange County CFO of the Year for a nonprofit, Mr. Steve Wagner. Steve is the COO and CFO of what I believe to be one of the best high schools, not just in Orange County or in the state of California, but actually in the entire United States of America. The Orange County High School of the Arts, based in Santa Ana. For those of you who are not familiar with OCHSA, I will give you all a too brief description in a moment, but first let me make it clear this truly is a privilege for me to do this and in effect say thank you tonight as a person who was a member of the OCHSA family for the last 6 years, as my daughter attended from 7th grade through 12th grade, graduating this last June. And OCHSA, I learned, is an exceptional place with very talented, smart, highly motivated students who frankly are lucky to find themselves with a great group of enthusiastic teachers in science, math, English, and history, as well as set design, makeup, voice, dance, creative writing, sculpting, drawing, television production, or my personal favorite, stage combat. Yes, for those of you who like the show, this is the school that the characters in Glee would attend in the perfect world. While children may not quite recognize it, a program like this is an expensive proposition. OCHSA has an annual budget of $15 million, of which about $10 million comes from the state, and the remainder, $5 million a year, is raised from parents, individuals, donors, businesses, and foundations. OCHSA has 1,750 students from grades 7 through 12, coming from 120 cities throughout Southern California. And let me say from personal experience, when they say throughout Southern California, they mean throughout Southern California. There were students there from Loma Linda, Long Beach, Riverside, as well as every Orange County city you can think of. Steve has been there 10 years, and in that time the school has done anything but rest on its achievements. For those of you who are familiar with the neighborhood, the school is housed in office buildings at 10th and Main in Santa Ana. Some years back, the school acquired the church immediately to the south, and it became what's called Symphony Hall. Steve was in the thick of an even more significant expansion over the last few years. Steve led the financial group that did a $30 million financing supporting that expansion. The expansion has included acquiring the OC Pavilion building that some of you might have visited, which was restored and remodeled by developer Mike Hara to include a theater and a fine dining restaurant in downtown Santa Ana. The Margaret A. Webb Theater is a huge addition to the school's facilities, as you can no doubt imagine. Not letting anything go to waste, the school is now launching a culinary arts program and utilizing the professional kitchens in the recently acquired restaurant for that program. In addition, Steve led the team in acquiring another building to the south of the existing campus and parking lots, which provides needed space to house the visual arts program, and he oversaw the refinancing and renovation of 3 existing buildings. In putting together these financings, Steve worked with a team including Farmers and Merchants Bank, Clearinghouse CDFI, and private supporters of the school, many of whom you would recognize. Not only that, but his work included interacting with the United States Treasury, New Markets Tax Credits Program to accomplish the financing. From the big picture, let me turn to the small. Steve played a key role in developing the parent giving program that in part fills the $5 million gap for the Arts Conservancy Education Program. He works with the OCHSA Foundation and donors to also fill that $5 million gap each and every year. His outstanding financial leadership has developed a highly successful, virtually unparalleled private-public partnership. This is a tuition-free public high school that attracts the best of the best in Southern California. As a parent, the truth of success is in the pudding of college admissions for most of us. As I mentioned, my daughter graduated last spring. She's going to UCLA, where an extraordinarily high number of OCHSA kids were admitted. She has classmates at Cornell, Stanford, Boston College, NYU, Berkeley, Rhode Island Institute of Design, and the Boston Conservancy of Music. You name it, an OCHSA kid got into it. Steve has spent the last 10 years of his 30-year career in public education building what is arguably one of the best high schools in the country. Most importantly, he has done this while keeping it accessible for students in all economic levels through skillful financial management in one of the most trying eras in public education. For his achievements, the Orange County Business Journal CFO of the Year for a nonprofit award goes to Mr. Steve Wagner.
I hope the fact that he had a daughter that graduated from our school didn't influence the decision. Wow, Ralph, our executive director, we've come a long way, buddy, in 25 years. Ralph and I taught together at Los Alamitos High School. When the school started, he was the choir teacher, and I taught biology and physics. And somehow I ended up here, and I'm not quite sure how that happened. I'd like to also thank the Business Journal, and all of the sponsors. Those of us in the nonprofit world certainly appreciate the value of sponsors to anything. So you may all come by and see the school and get a tour anytime you'd like. I'd also like to thank my colleagues and my friends at the Orange County High School of the Art. It truly has become a home for those of us that work there. If you're not familiar with the school, just ask around. I'm sure you've got neighbors that go there. We have watched the school grow over the last 10 years from 900 students when we opened on our campus in Santa Ana to 1,750 students this year. We're going to 1,800 next year as we launch the new culinary arts program. And it is a very exciting place to be in a very dismal public education world. And so we have, again, through the work of our foundation, many of the members are there tonight supporting the school as they have been doing for the last 10 years. And our Board of Trustee member, Brad Ellis, and his wife, Grace, are here as well. And that's really what has allowed the school to be successful. It has been this collaboration of teamwork. It has been our parents. It has been sponsors. It has been our foundation. It has been a variety of people who, just when we thought we couldn't make it to the next level, have stepped in and kept the school moving forward. My wife, Kathy, I love you. You're the best. I think the last time we were at a big event like this, she was actually being named Teacher of the Year for Saddleback, so I'm very proud of you too. Again, the Orange County High School of the Arts is a magical place. It is a place where every day 250 full and part-time staff members have only one goal and one mission: to make kids' dreams come true. And so, again, I would encourage, if you're not familiar with the school, get online. If you'd like to come by and see the school, I would be more than happy to show you around. It's because it's people like you and the community and the businesses that have supported us that have kept us viable and in the growth mode right now. So thank you.
That's great, Steve. Congratulations to you and Ralph and the entire OCHSA team. I have to tell you that I've also heard great things about OCHSA from one of my RLH partners whose daughter goes there and she absolutely loves it. Unfortunately for our children, both of them have inherited my complete and utter lack of any artistic skill, be it painting, sculpture, dance, or even the culinary arts. So they probably would not be able to get admitted. But if they had talent, I would love them to go to OCHSA.